Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name's Chris Huerta, also known as Big Happy, with Tejanos Taking Over Entertainment and 411 Reality Radio Network here in Dallas, Texas. Today's date is July the 26th, and it's 5 o'clock on the dot. And I'm here to let you know about an incident that happened with me today at about 3:30, a little bit past 3:30 p.m. while I was doing my morning, or should I say afternoon exercise, which I do every day. I'm walking eastbound on 8th Street, coming up on Llewellyn, power walking, which I do every day, trying to lose some weight. And as I'm walking, I'm on the sidewalk traveling eastbound, and I notice that there's some people doing work on their lawn, and they have trees that are impeding the sidewalk, preventing me from continuously walking straight. So rather than go on these people's lawn and step on their grass, I decide to go around and I walk on the street about 100 feet, and then I was about to attempt to get back on the sidewalk. Prior to me actually getting back on the sidewalk, I was approached by two Dallas police officers. These officers approached me. One happened to be who I later identified as Officer Harris, African American female, about 6'1", 6'2", about 180, almost 190 pounds, light complected, long braided black hair, and she had really nice eyes, but her attitude was horrible, despicable. She was accompanied by a Caucasian officer. When they pulled up to me, the white officer got out of the passenger seat, and the female officer was driving. The white officer gets out of the passenger seat, walks up to me, approaches me, does not tell me what he is approaching me for, immediately grabs my left arm and puts my arm behind my back. I turn around and I tell him, wait a minute, why are you approaching me? Why are you touching me? What is the problem? He tells me to be quiet. I tell him, no, I'm not going to be quiet. My Fourth Amendment right allows me to walk freely amongst the United States as a citizen without having to be harassed by an officer. I must be suspected of committing a crime or charged or accused of committing a crime, or in order for the officers to approach me and ask me for my identification or even talk to me. I have the right. You have the right, as a citizen of the United States, to refuse that. If you have not been accused of or in suspicion of having accused or committed a crime, then there should be no reason why the officer approaches you. When they approached me, he put his hands on me. He put my hands behind my back. He proceeded to touch me. He put his hands on my left pocket. He put his hands inside my right pocket. And that's when I told him, you know what? You guys are violating my civil rights. When I asked him why he was stopping me, he said he was conducting an investigation. I said, an investigation of what? He says, well, you're a pedestrian in the roadway. I said, that's not a crime. That is not a criminal offense. That is a minor infraction. He goes, well, it's good enough to take you to jail. I said, you mean to tell me you want to violate my civil rights because you want to worry about me walking on the street exercising? Oh, it's because I'm Latino. It's because I'm Mexican. Oh, you probably think I'm a stupid Mexican, right? Well, I'm not. I'm educated, and I know the law, and I know what you both did was a violation of my civil rights. I went to ask them why they were putting their hands on me, why I had to ID myself, why I had to provide them with identification when I was not being charged or suspected of committing any crime whatsoever. I was told that they didn't care about my civil rights. That's right. They said, I don't care about your civil rights. So I have a problem with that. So as they continue to talk to me, they tell me to sit on the curb, and I'm telling them the whole time, you know what? Why don't I just go ahead and get my phone here, and I'm going to go ahead and record the situation that's taking place right now. The officer, the white officer, immediately grabs my hand and puts it down and says, no, you're not going to record anything right now. You can record when we're done. I'm like, why? After you violated my civil rights, how am I going to have burden of proof that what you're doing here is wrong? Oh, because you're in uniform, I'm supposed to bow down to you. I'm supposed to sit here and do what you ask of me. You're wrong. I pay taxes just like everybody else, and I'm not going to allow you to sit here and violate my rights or anybody else's rights because you think we're stupid Mexicans. I don't like that, and I'm not for it. So I'm asking them. I asked them once, I asked them twice, I asked them 3 times to let me go because they were violating my civil rights, and all 3 times they refused. I asked to record 3 times, they refused. And then, to top it all off, she asks me, haven't I dealt with you before? I told her, no, you haven't dealt with me, because if you would have dealt with me, you would have remembered me. But since she did, now she will. She violated my civil rights. He violated my civil rights. They assaulted me by putting their hands on me without probable cause. They put their hands in my pockets. They technically violated all civil rights that I had, period. They violated them. They can't do that. They know they can't do that. So then I tell her, well, wait a minute. I know where I know you at. You happen to be, listen to this, people. She happens to be an officer that works an off-duty job at the same club that I promote and MC for. So what do? I say, hey, you know where you know me from? You know me from the club. I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Bing! A light goes off in her head. And I'm thinking it's a light that says this. Wait a minute. I'm not worried about his civil rights, but I'm worried about losing my part-time off-duty job because it's tax-free, it's cash money at the end of the night, and I don't have to pay taxes on that. And if I lose that income, then that's something that's going to take away from what I might be having to pay. That's right. She gets paid cash at the end of the night. They don't pay taxes on any of that money. So she's probably worried, oh, I don't want to lose that part-time job, so I'm just not going to deal with him. But prior to that, I asked her for her business card. Can I have your business card so that I can make sure I have something to document who I'm going to sue and file a complaint against? She tells me she doesn't have any business cards, but you're more than welcome to write my name down and badge number if you want. But you can do that when we're done. So I tell her, okay, fine. You want to play that role? Let's play that role. So it's funny how she doesn't care about violating my civil rights. So I tell her, okay, well, I just need to make sure I have information on you. Can you please file a police report? I would like something notated that you approached me, that you touched me, you placed your hands on me, you asked me for my ID without probable cause, and you threatened to incarcerate me because I was walking down the street for 100 feet so that I could get back onto the sidewalk. Not breaking any laws. I'm not breaking into anybody's car or anything like that. So she wants to violate me, and then she wants to arrest me for that. So she tells me, you know what? So that you can have my name and you can have my badge number, I'll just go ahead and write you a ticket. I say, great. More power to you. I'd love for you to write me a ticket. All the more reason why I can take it to court and I can sue you for assault and for official oppression. So then we're going to fast forward that, and I'm going to tell you that when I told her that she knew me from the club because I was the MC and promoter there, she said, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to lose that part-time job, so I better go ahead and let him go. It's funny how she doesn't care about my civil rights, and she'll violate those and write me a ticket. But then when I tell her that she works at the same place I do, and she knows that she has the potential of maybe losing her job, maybe not, I don't know. But apparently she decides it's important enough to not write me a ticket. How ironic is that? What is the police department of Dallas coming to nowadays, where a citizen cannot walk up and down the street and lead an honest life, exercising, for crying out loud? Mind it, I didn't have any baggy clothes on. I had shorts, a t-shirt, which is what I'm wearing right now, shorts and a t-shirt, and I get approached. I have earphones on, my cell phone going, music blasting, and a pair of keys. And you want to lock me up for that? I don't think so. So since you think I'm an ignorant Mexican, you're not worried about my civil rights, I think it's only fair to say I'm going to see you in court. I'm going to file criminal charges against you and against that officer. You assaulted me. You used your authority to intimidate me, and it's not working, as you can see. I'm with 411 Reality Radio Network. I'm going to make sure everybody knows what you did. I'm going to make sure I call every Hispanic-oriented association, and I'm going to be at your front door, Dallas Police Department, picketing. I will be there first thing Monday morning with a camera crew, with a video crew, to document my official complaint that I will be filing against you. Attorneys, if you're out there, I'm looking for legal representation. My number will be posted with this video. So if you want to help me and you want to stop all this racial profiling and violation of civil rights, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Cuban, I don't give a darn what race you are, you have rights. And as a police officer, they have boundaries. Don't let them overstep those boundaries.